To the debate of the week, ladies and gentlemen. This is about Shinsuke Nakamura. Hopefully I got his name right this time. Look, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not against Japanese wrestlers. I always felt that, like Jitiri. I don't know why I'm mispronouncing Jitiri's name. Sometimes I just botch. I always felt that he was a great wrestler. But the problem was that he was trapped in the cruiserweight division. Very rarely he went outside it to go to the IC or US title picture. And I always felt like they could have done something more with him. They could have easily done something more. I know that, I don't remember exactly. I think he did win the US title maybe once. But he always went for the cruiserweight title. Now, here's the problem I see. Particularly what happened with Funaki and Ultimo Dragon and, what was it, Thunder Liger. I believe his name, I'm mispronouncing his name. It's been so many years since I thought about Thunder Liger. But the thing is that the WWE always has this bad problem of packaging Japanese wrestlers. Very rarely they package them right. Yokozuna, who was Samoan, was packaged as a Japanese wrestler. And he did an incredible job because of his size, his charisma, his ring work was spectacular. And I always felt that there could have been more people like him. Not because they had to be a sumo wrestler, just more Japanese wrestlers in general could be doing something more substantial. But the WWE never packaged them right. Or they never even cared about pushing them because they thought they could never translate properly into an American type of storyline. They never thought maybe you should try Japanese storyline in your WWE company. And here's the thing I see with Shinsuke Nakamura. I do believe he's an incredible talent. He won over the crowd in NXT. He won me over. I do like him. I feel like the King of Strong Style could truly make something special of the WWE now that he's out of developmental into one of the two brands of the main roster. But here's the problem. Will they understand what to do with him? Will they let him do the way he normally does on NXT? Because he has a certain style that he performs in the ring. And as you can see in 205 Live with the Cruiserweights, they limit them from doing the work they normally do. They prevent them from doing the normal work they normally do. They keep them from doing high flying, and they mainly try to make them ground based, which has made them stagnant. And some of his work is high flying, but he has a certain way he does. And I am afraid that when it comes to Shinsuke Nakamura, they will not be willing to let him work the way he should work. He's a Japanese wrestler who has been packaged as a Japanese wrestler, who has been allowed in the developmental to act like a Japanese wrestler with the style that he works. And if they bring him into SmackDown Live and he's allowed to only do what American and European wrestlers do, he'll fail. 100% he'll fail. Because they will limit him so much. And since they basically mostly script your promo segments. Mostly. You do have the right to do stuff on your own. But mostly they script your work. How is he going to get over? How? How? People love Sami Zayn. They were going crazy for Sami Zayn. How is he working now? Tell me. He ain't working much at all. People loved Apollo Crews. But he was working a certain style and it had a certain persona. The minute he hit SmackDown Live, he's a joke. He has no personality. He has nothing. He can't perform the same stuff he used to in the ring. And that went with his personality. I'm not saying high flying always works. But in his case it did. And now he's not even seen on TV mostly. Kalisto hasn't really changed that much. His style has always been subdued anyway. But when you look at this, you look at Shinsuke Nakamura, a very tall, big Japanese man. He's not a short man like Tajiri. He's not a short man like Funaki, who I always liked Funaki. I am SmackDown Live #1 reporter. Well, actually SmackDown. But I always loved Funaki because he was different. It wasn't just that he spoke Japanese. He had a certain style. He wasn't great in the ring, but it didn't matter because he was a wonderful character, at least to me. He was a good character I did like. But when you see Shinsuke, he has a certain style that makes you think of samurai. To a certain extent, for at least me personally. Anybody else will see something else. But me, he gives off a style of similar to samurai. That's going to act with a certain way. Or sumo. It's going to act in a certain way, larger than life. Maybe a bit modest, but it's going to show you what he's got. And when you see this, it upsets me to think that such a great talent in Shinsuke, within about a year or so, is going to be like everybody else. I don't know what they need to do. Maybe I could come up with a booking the wrestler. If anybody wants to see a booking the wrestler on Shinsuke Nakamura, leave me a line below. Tell me, do a booking the wrestler. Think about what would be the best way for him to be booked on SmackDown Live, not comparing what he's going to go through now. But this is just my point of view. You guys tell me below, and I hope you enjoyed this debate of the week. Please give me a comment below. Next week, I will be getting my reality of wrestling done. I'm sorry I haven't done the last 2 weeks, but as you can see, I've been doing other things. I have done 2 predictions videos last week. I did 1 intro video to explain it. I did everything else, including the TNA review and the and I have done the Undertaker video, as well as for the WrestleMania 33 video. I have been pretty busy doing all this, so I hope you guys don't miss it too much. Watch for my Impact Wrestling review. I had to remember it. It's so much going in my head right now. Have a good day. Have a good night.